started off with a bang. We had an amazing week. But it hasn't all been like positive.
Safety Second t-shirts are available in our merch store, link in description. These Fight for Together mugs are also available in our merch store.
Would you like to vlog with me?
What about?
About our schedule evolution?
Sure.
Okay, you gotta remember, you gotta not look stoned and try and look very happy.
Happy, joy.
I'm excited to talk about this vlog. One of the things that's very difficult about vlogging is it's very easy to just paint a positive, happy picture of what's happening. So when we started, wow, your eyes are purple. Wow.
Yes, they are.
When we started this new schedule, when the virus hit and quarantine started, and I wrote this book about this process. It was super high energy. It started off with a bang. We had an amazing week, but it hasn't all been like positive, like clockwork, fun, easy, productive at all. And it's hard because with the kids, we want to vlog what's honest and authentic, but we also don't want to exploit anyone. And
if they don't want to talk about it, I don't want to coerce them into talking about something they don't want to talk about.
Yeah. But it's really important as now an author and someone that's pushing kind of like an idea, I want to show different facets of it and to be honest about it, because my guess is there's a lot of people that started off with a schedule or have tried schedules, and you try it for like a day or a week, and then
you have like a honeymoon period where it's all going great, and then you get tired of it or something goes wrong, you know, you just don't want to do it, you don't want to do parts of it, so then you just throw out the whole thing. Like, those are all things I've experienced.
And there's a couple things that I've noticed, specifically with the kids. I feel like for the most part the schedule has been really good for me still through this whole time period. With the kids, I've noticed a couple things. One is they are still really struggling with how to fill their time. We made that initial list, but then we never really followed up much with it since then.
Yeah.
And I think the kids kind of like got burned out. So we find them like wandering around during work block times, and at times like just flat out ignoring it. And we're like, hey, aren't you supposed to be doing something? And they're like, and everyone's kind of just like ignored it or forgot about it. Not everyone, but some of our kids.
Or they do part of the work blocks, but not all of them. Yeah.
So the first thing that happened was Sunday, because of quarantine, also Cammie and I have not been meeting regularly. And I think we had a bunch of things to catch up on and talk about.
Which is kind of a big deal that we haven't been doing that, because we've been meeting regularly for, I want to say, 4 years, every week, once a week. And this is the first time that we haven't met, and it's been, I think, 2 months that we haven't done it.
With the exception of the Appalachian Trail.
That's true, but that was a whole nother thing. So I definitely really felt it. I felt like there was a lot of things kind of going by the wayside because we weren't being intentional about talking about those things. So it was good to meet yesterday.
So we met on Sunday, today's Monday, and what we concluded was we're making kind of 2 big changes. One is we did do work block from 9 to 10 was our first work block. But that gave us 4 work blocks throughout the day. And what we found is, for me and even the kids, 4 hours of work is too much. It's not necessary for like what we need to get done. We don't feel like we need to be that productive, that we need to schedule 4 things. So we're gonna go down to 3, and instead we're gonna use the first work block to do a 45-minute reading time where the kids can read downstairs with no phones.
And they don't actually have to either. It's like just suggested time.
Yeah, highly suggested is the way I phrased it.
Yeah. Highly.
And second of all, we're gonna spend the last 15 minutes of that helping them plot out and schedule their day, what the remaining 3 hours are gonna look like. And we're gonna provide more aid and assistance. I felt like I'm pretty hands-off, in case you guys haven't noticed. And I have a high level of confidence that kids are gonna learn on their own. I don't know, growth just naturally happens. But I've also felt like there's a downside to that, and I don't know if I've gone too far with that. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just overcompensating for my desire for freedom, and there's some sort of fear that is preventing me from stepping in more with my kids. I don't know the answer to that, but I want to be able to experiment both ways and give it a shot at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you stoned?
Totally. Stoned on coffee.
So that's our experiment, and to me, I guess what I want to put out there is, I wrote this whole book about it, which I've heard from a lot of people is very inspirational. To me, I don't think this message needs to cancel that. I think it just needs to, my point with that is there's a constant, like, iterative growing stages that are happening.
And every person, every family, every couple is different. And so it's not going to be a one size fits all. I think you, in your book, you're not claiming that. You're just trying to inspire people
to think differently.
Yeah.
Because not only that, one schedule is not going to be a one size fits all, even if it works for you one week.
That's true, yeah.
It might not work for you the next week. Like,
right.
We grow and change and evolve, both as a family organism and as individuals.
Yep.
So it's more of a framework of how to think through things instead of like, oh, do this and do it forever, otherwise you're a failure. Because I don't feel like a failure for writing that book and then succeeding for a week or two and then watching things kind of digress and fall apart. To me, that just means, oh, it's time to regroup.
Yeah, things don't have to stay the same forever.
Okay, what are you reading for the rest of this hour?
Oh, Doors of Perception, wherever it is, I don't know.
Oh, by Aldous Huxley?
Yeah.
Nice. This is what I'm reading. I'm reading Slaughterhouse-Five, A Brief History of Everything, Hero with a Thousand Faces, Hold On to Your Kids, Pity the Reader, and Let My People Go Surfing. Memory, what are you reading out there?
Oh, The Help.
The Help?
Yeah.
Let's go see what the other kids are reading. Seven, what are you reading?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Classic. Eden, what are you reading over here?
A book on Steve Jobs.
Ooh, the Walter Isaacson one. Classic. Love that book. Oh, look who's back there. Hey. 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 Dark. Oh, gotcha. 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 You have company? Whoa. Sorry. And Filia isn't reading because...
Well, Filia, every day we've been doing a reading lesson and she's getting pretty good.
Okay, but she's not reading.
She's not reading right now.
She's doing these drawing videos. What are they called? How to draw a Pokeball, folding surprise. Are those your Pokeballs? All right. You can see she has like stacks and stacks of drawings. And Rainier is just kind of roaming about right now.
I think I'm
Right now we passed out these note cards and each of the kids is writing down what they're going to be doing for their 3 work blocks, and then we're going to talk about it. 7, what are your 3 work blocks?
Editing, catching up on video editing, and then working on that house, and then doing some music.
What are your 3 work blocks?
Dance class with Filia, packing coffee and taking it to the post office, math with my grandma, and cleaning my room. And also taking care of this wood from the bunk bed. I have to take it all down.
Can't you my turn?
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm eating my waffle and I'm playing and I'm play more
Okay.
and draw.
What are you doing today?
I am doing a reading lesson with Filia, packaging up some merch, and then the second one I'm doing my music, and if I have time left over, working on switching our merch store to another merch store. I haven't.
Why are you doing that?
Because the current merch store, there's only one way to pay, and that's PayPal, and they took away the credit card option because apparently I'm a liability and I don't really know why.
Which has been kind of a pain.
Yeah, they won't tell me why I'm a liability, so I can't even change it if I could. So anyways, I'm looking at this other site called Shopify and looking to move it over there perhaps. And then I'm doing an editing lesson with Eden, and then a podcast with Ben.
Yay.
And then there's Eden.
What are you doing for your work blocks today?
I'm
wanna get
planning dinner, and I'm doing music and math and schoolwork and an editing lesson with Mama. Okay, so here's the coffee we roasted.
When did you roast this?
Like 3 days ago. So it's been like sitting in, it's been on oils, and that's why it smells so good. Before it like Dada, the funny thing is before it didn't really smell at all. Like you couldn't smell it. And,
it doesn't smell right away. You have to wait a little
But
bit.
yeah, then afterwards. Right now I am packaging all these coffee bags, and I can show you what that looks like. We have all of these. These are gonna be shipped out today. And I'm gonna fill what I can right now with these coffee beans right here. So here's the coffee right here. And I do 10 ounces per bag. So these are all
so spicy.
I'm gonna try to fill 2 bagfuls with that. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there's 1 bag of coffee. Okay, so it fit perfectly. There was just enough coffee left. Here's all these. I think about 9 of these are already like, people have already ordered them, but then we have a few extra. So we're gonna put those up on the website if you go to fightfortogethermerch.com, something like that. And you can look there and you can buy them.
All right, you ready to go?
We're ready.
We are getting ready to start recording our podcast. This is our little podcasting studio. I don't know if we've given you a proper tour. All these ladders and blankets are here because I like draped them over this area while I recorded my audiobook. And we got our little light. Today's podcast that we're recording is gonna be about family, kind of reclaiming family as the primary institution.
What? Please, dear God, no.
You have a problem with that?
Well, what's your angle?
What's my angle?
What do you mean?
What I mean is that it's a better use of your time to invest in family than just business or education or sports teams.
Okay, that's cool. I just didn't know if you're gonna get all biblical on me.
You get triggered?
I guess I did. And this is the Fight for Together podcast, right?
A lot of podcasts to keep track of because we also record our Everyone Belongs podcast. All right, you need some space to transition here?
I was like, what?
All right, we are ready to go. Are we ready to go?
Well, what about single people?
Well, that's a great question. And I think that there is a place. When I say family, it's actually synonymous with personal goals versus goals that are handed to you by a boss, because people take what their boss says super seriously. But when it comes to our own goals, whether it's with family or even just ourselves, oftentimes we don't. Okay, so if you want to tune... Whoa, I need to readjust this camera. Why am I... So if you want to listen to the podcast, we'll put the link below to this particular episode, and it's available like on iTunes, and there's also like a video if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
It is time for a run. Memory and Filia are coming with us. Eden already left, and it's raining a lot out there. We're gonna get pretty wet. Ben wants to do a 7-mile, and I might be game for that, but I want to see how I feel first.
Actually, it feels pretty nice out here once you get warmed up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cold at first, but now it feels great. This right here, the picnic bench right there, that's where Ben and I had our business meeting yesterday. It was nice. We got Panera and Chipotle to go, and was able to enjoy the Ohio River.
Okay, it's really starting to come down now, and there's thunder and lightning.
And now we're going over a bridge. That's super safe.
Man, it feels good to be alive. Our kids are down there on the playground. Not super crowded today for some reason. All right, hang on. Police line, do not cross. If you have any information regarding this crime, please contact Crime Stoppers. No, you guys can't come over. You have to stay over there. You're not allowed to cross it.
No, whatever. Tell me I can.
Okay, we have the choice between the 7-mile run and the 5-mile run. What?
I guess I'll do the 7, but I don't really like feeling wet for a really long time. You can be all but yeah.
You always complain that it's too hot. This is perfect running weather.
Yeah, it's really nice. All right, fine. Bathroom, but there's not really a bathroom except for maybe in there, but probably not.
Can I have a little bit more pasta?
All right, Eden made
7
Alfredo, pasta, broccoli, and shrimp. How did the schedule go today? Any better? Any not better?
Better for me.
Better for you?
I got more done, but it was harder than every other day. So. I think it might have been a little bit better, but
Tammy?
I don't know.
Yeah, it felt good for me.
All right, well, we're gonna try it again tomorrow. That's it for today. See you guys next time.